Welcome back. This is going to be a quick walkthrough of this finance application that I created. It's going to just be straight through the command line. I wanted to engineer it so that it kind of simulated some form of enterprise network of how you would see about creating users, adding roles, encrypting data. It's using Python and also MySQL as the database. So let's go ahead and start walking through it. Okay, so I'm in the admin menu right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and sign on with the admin. All right, so we can go ahead and enter a username. I created a couple test cases, so let's go ahead and try the first one. So the user would sign in with their username, of course, and the password is going to be a temporary password that I create. And this year makes it so that the brand new user who's opening up an account is going ahead and having to create a new password upon login. So I created that as 10.23. All right, and as we can see here, the invalid credentials came up. That's because I typed in the username wrong, so let me type in the right username. Test one with the temporary password. So as you can see here, it says here you're using a temporary password. Please update it now. So let's go ahead and create, a very secure password, right? Secure pass 123. So what you might think is, okay, what happens whenever this password hits the MySQL database? How is it stored? Is it actually legible so someone can read it if they accidentally got access to the database? And no, that's not true. I use bytecrypt hashing, so we hash the password and then use salt it afterwards. So it's gives you that unique string that you're looking for secure password input. So let's go ahead and do that. As we can see here, password updated successfully. And as we can see, I'm in the user menu. So we have a couple options. We have the open an account. We can go ahead and explore that. As you can see, I've created 3 accounts so far. So checking, savings, and retirement. I'm just gonna go ahead and create a checking account. So checking account open, sweet. In the database, what is happening in the background is we're going ahead and creating this sort of account type. And this account type would be a checking for this user. So it is stored. So anytime I want to go ahead and, maybe check logs or anything like that in an admin menu, I can do that, and I can show you that later. So let's go ahead and keep walking through. So let's go ahead and maybe deposit some funds, right? Maybe we got paid today. We want to deposit some money into my account, right? So I'm gonna deposit $1,000. So you can see here, deposit 1,000 to account type, which is my checking account, right? Because that's the only account that I have open. So let's say maybe I want to withdraw some money real quick because maybe I'm gonna go have dinner tonight. So I'm gonna withdraw maybe 500 bucks. All right, withdrawn 500 from checking account, perfect. All right, so before we continue with closing any accounts, let's go ahead and one more. Let's say I want to open a retirement. All right, so we went ahead and opened a retirement account. So let's showcase close account. So maybe I accidentally opened a retirement. Maybe 5 years down the road, I was like, I just kind of wanted to close it. Let's go ahead and close it. So that account has been closed. All this stuff is happening in the background. So you'll see in the MySQL portion, leave a thumbs up right now if you guys want to see the MySQL portion and see what's happening in the background. I'd love to show you guys, but just share the video, comment, leave a thumbs up, check out my GitHub and LinkedIn. Leave me any feedback or add tips. GitHub it's on the repository, so you can just clone it and fork it if you want. I'm always open for requests and comments. So let's continue with the video. So we've closed the account, which is fine. Let's go ahead and let me see what accounts I have, maybe, because I have so many other open accounts. This one's another open account. Let me just see what I have open. So we go to option 5. So we can see the accounts that I have open. So we can see an account ID, which is number 4. So that's kind of like the back end right there. So any account type is going to be associated with account ID. So we have a checking, which is associated with account ID 4, and that will always be consistent like that. and showcasing our balance there. So $500, right? All right. So maybe I kind of wanted to see what I've been doing recently on my account. We can view an activity log, and that activity log here is going to go ahead and show me everything that I've done within a timestamp date here. So it's very helpful if somebody kind of wants to look on the back end and see what's going on. So let's go ahead and say maybe I forgot my I kind of want to reset my password, just for safety purposes. Maybe I got a warning saying that one of my passwords were breached, so I want to update my password. All right, so let's go ahead and update by entering our current password, which is securepass123. We'll enter the new password as, let's just say, for all intents and purposes, we'll put test example. We'll input that again just to confirm. All right, password updated successfully. So another feature that's really cool that happens in the back end too is that these passwords get secured and they get put into the backend database into one of the tables, which is going to be a password history table. And in that password, I save those hash passwords with, I save the past 3 passwords. So whenever user goes to actually, let's say, change their password again, but they're going to try to use the same password accidentally. So let's showcase that. So my current password right now is test example. My new password I want, let's just say I'm gonna change it a little bit. So test exam PL, maybe. Let's just say for all intents and purposes. So let's go ahead and confirm that. And let's say maybe 7 months down the road, let's go ahead and update the password. So maybe I want to make a subtle change again. So temp password or temp example. And let's just say I forgot that I did this. So let's put test example. Test example. What we're going to get here is new password cannot match any of your last 3 passwords. So everything is stored in the backend, which is really cool. So it kind of tells the user, oh, okay, let me try something more unique this time, maybe more secure, hopefully. So that's a cool feature I thought as well. And I chose 3 just because I didn't want the database to fill up too quickly and become too overwhelming, especially when there's thousands or hundreds of thousands of users, for instance, right? So let's go ahead and maybe I kind of want to see how much money I got. Just a quick view real quick. Let's go ahead and number 8, let's view account balance. So I know I only have the checking account. Let's view that. So balance and checking, awesome. So let me go ahead let me withdraw. Now that I know I have $500, maybe I haven't opened up the app and I kind of want to see how much I have. So let me see. Let me go ahead and withdraw. I'm checking and let me withdraw $150. Let's do that. All right, sweet. So we got all that done. That kind of showcased a little bit about what the user menu has to offer right now. So I just want to remind you guys, if you're getting anything and you're like, hey, let's take a look at the code too. Like, leave a comment for that. We can review the code together. I can show you a little bit more about the analysis of algorithms and maybe the design of the data structures that I used for this. It's pretty nice, and I think it'd be very informative. So just leave a like and a comment on that if you like. But let's go ahead and continue to the admin menu now. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out. I don't want to exit out of the program, right? So I just want to sign out. Let's just say users want to sign out, sign in tomorrow. All right, so we get prompted back with the original prompt, welcome to Finance App, CLI. So I'm going to go ahead and go into an admin account real quick. So admin 123. And just FYI, I did have to seed the admin account into the MySQL database so that I could start on the admin menu as well, of course. So if you want more information about that, drop a comment. I'll explain that further if you want. But let's go ahead and just walk through it again. We're going to go ahead and create a user. So this user here, brand new, let's just say Brandon Lucy. Maybe Brandon's email is something like this, right? Username, I'm setting this one because maybe there's a lot of Brandons, right? Maybe a lot of Brandon L's, right? So maybe we put brand L just to make it more of a unique username at least. Password is going to be temporary 123, so temp 123, so they change their password upon login, right? So we can create them as another admin if we want to get another admin. Um, if you would like to do that, it is an option. Of course, if there's an IT team or something like that, there's going to be a lot more admins, right? Especially with Active Directory. So, but in this case, we're just going to do a user. So successfully created user with the username right there with role, and their role is going to be their account role. So yeah, it's really in the MySQL database. It's just identified as role in there. So that's this role is user and temporary password, of course. So that's created. But let's say I accidentally I just want to delete him, right? Just go ahead, delete a user ID to delete. Huh? I don't remember that. Username, no, don't remember that. Hmm. Let's go ahead and user ID has successfully been deleted. Huh. So I don't even know what I deleted on that one. But let's go ahead and actually delete the right person. But let me see what user logs, right? Are you know what? Let me view all users. So let's see who we have. So all the users in the database right here with their corresponding input values. So we have a user ID, we have the name, an email, a username, and your role. So that's kind of how the backend looks right there. That's why I added that feature. Just so if I am an admin and I need to see that, I can go ahead and pull that up. All right, let's go into delete user now. So let's see, number 15 user ID, Brandon Lucy. Username to delete is going to be, oh, all right, so user ID 15 has been successfully deleted. So let's just double check. So view all users, and as we can see, he's not there anymore. Sweet. So let's go ahead and maybe I want to view a user's logs, right? So I wanted to see what that test user was doing recently, right? So let's take a look. So view user logs 3. Enter the user ID. So as we can see here, user ID is going to be number 13 for the test that we logged in as. Okay, wow. So we have a good amount of history here. Been opening accounts, closing accounts. Okay, interesting. So that's just for that user, right? So let's go ahead and let's see. Let's view a user. So let's go 5. Enter user ID, which is going to be number 13. Okay. So this is going to be the user's details here. So let's say I didn't want to kind of see the whole all users, right? And I just wanted to see an individual user. This here is going to be the way to do that right there. So number 5 is view a user. And let's go ahead and maybe I create another admin and let's say I kind of want to track his logs. So let's go ahead and see. Let's scroll back up. Do we have an admin that we can test off of? Any more admins? Hmm. I don't see it. Any more admins? Ah, here we go. Perfect. So user ID 12. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look. So let's go ahead and take a look at admin history log. Okay. So admin history log here. So as we can see, it's an overall. So no matter what admin you're logged into, you can see any of their activities. So that's why I added that feature. We can also update my password as well. So if I'm an admin, let's just say I kind of want to update my password, I can do that as well. So also one cool thing that I could show you guys in the code too is that I did also create an expiration date. So let's just say every 3 months I can set that limit and it's real time. So 3 months comes around, the temp password gets flipped in the database to a true position. So upon that login after that set amount of dates, it will actually trigger that, and they will have to enter a new password. So I can talk about that if you guys want to. Just leave a comment for that. I'd be more than welcome to show y'all. So let's go ahead and say maybe we want to edit a user. Let's just say we want to force them. Maybe they forgot their password, and I want to force a new password entry for them, right? So we'll go to edit a user, which is number 8. Let's go ahead and let's see. Um, let's do number 13. Maybe I kind of want to reset their password. So what fields? So these are going to be the option fields. So name, email, username, role, password is temporary password, and password expiry, which is going to be the password reset date for that user. So let's go ahead and do just the password, right? So I can go ahead and create them a new value, 10.23. That user has been updated successfully. All right, so now what we can do is we can go ahead and sign out, and then we can test that. So test 1, and their password is now going to be, you know, what typically would happen in IT is, hey, you know, to the user, chat them, hey, enter this password here so you can reset your password. 10.23. All right, you're using a temporary password. Please update it now. And yeah, that's going to be the program so far. So as you can see, there's a couple little tweaks and minor changes to go ahead and help, you know, improve the application. But the overall plan is to create the backend and create the logic and make that sound. So I can go ahead and engineer the server and then go ahead and bring it to life via, you know, a front end. So I'll be excited to showcase more of that. But, you know, leave some comments and, you know, subscribe or, you know, leave a thumbs up if you want to see more.